I failed in the attempt to fix the leak. I changed the O-ring on the top because that's where I thought it was coming from, but unbeknownst to me, and because I don't have a long, skinny borescope-like neck to stick my head in there, there is a weep hole on the top that is designed to let fluid leak from either the transmission muscle oil or the hydraulic pressure side. This way it doesn't intermix the two oils. You don't want the hydraulic pressure steering hydraulic fluid to be pushed into the transmission, and you don't want the transmission fluid to be pushed into the hydraulic side. So they build a little chamber in between the two valves or poppets, and then they drill a weep hole through there so it tells you that, hey, you got a leak. Well, I'm new to the heavy equipment game, and so now I learned. I got the old valve that they replaced prior to when I bought it. I rebuilt it. The only problem is this poppet valve, they use flat O-rings instead of round O-rings. So I replaced the hydraulic side with a regular O-ring, and I'm going to see if that solves the problem, because I believe it's just hydraulic fluid that's leaking out of the old one. And so I'm assuming that the rate of failure, that the hydraulic fluid is leaking out of this one. If that doesn't work, well, then I got to get the correct flat O-rings, and that's going to take another week or so. So now I've been down for like 3 weeks because I have to drive back to the plantation and put in my 40 hours. Then I got to drive to my folks' place, take care of their issues. And then I got to go back to the plantation, do another 40 hours, and then I got time to come back up here to take care of my problems. So I'm hoping to get this done today. I want to get this machine up and running. I want to get it into my property, and I want to start measuring the area where I want to build my little dwelling. So I got a lot on my plate, and I'm hoping that the forces of nature are with me today, and I can get this stuff done. Once again, these GoPro batteries that I bought are pretty much junk. I'm down to 1 bar already, and I've just used this 3-minute little clip. So I'm gonna have to change the batteries, and hopefully I'll be able to get what I want videoed before I lose all 4 batteries. But nonetheless, we'll push on through to the other side. Here we go. Alright, so here's the plan. I noticed that it rained and snowed here, right? So my drain pan is completely filled with slush, right? Now I'm gonna have to get another 5-gallon jug or something to put that in there for waste oil, right? So the forces of nature are already sticking it to me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off the main line. I think that's here. That's the main line from the tank. I'm gonna take that off first. There are 2 anti-siphon screws up on the top, or bolts up on the top of the tank. Got to take those out. That's supposed to help or prevent the tank from siphoning out. But I know I'm going to lose a lot of fluid in that line when I disconnect it. Once I take that return to the tank off, I guess I will then take the accumulator line off here, cap that, and then I'll take the main pressure line, this main pressure line right here. I'll take the main pressure line off, and then I'll take the top 2 steering cylinder lines off. And I know I'm going to dump a lot of fluid out of this hose, and I'm going to dump a lot of fluid probably out of that return line, and hopefully the anti-siphon bolts or screws, whatever they are up there, they actually prevent the tank from draining, or this way I'm not fighting when I'm trying to put a cap on and all the fluid is just running down my sleeve, and then that'll just be another expensed t-shirt and sweatshirt right in the trash, because you can't launder that stuff. It just destroys your washing machine. And then if you put anything else in the washing machine with it, then everything else smells like 5606 or Dextron 2 or whatever fluid you have. So anyway, all right, I think I'm ready. I got to suit up in my lingerie and my bump hat and get in there and knock it out. Alright, so I believe I found the anti-siphon caps. Let's say square. They're just 2 square plugs. So hopefully so I believe these are the 2 anti-siphon plugs, and hopefully they're square drives. Hopefully they'll come out without any serious headache. No, 3/8. Oh, let's see. Oh, nice. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Let's clean that up so it doesn't run into the tank itself. Alright, now let's turn that around. Yes. All right. Alright, leave that over the hole like that. Keep anything from falling in. Hopefully we won't have an earthquake or a big wind to blow them off and they fall down into the frame. And then I'll be cursing every saint under the sun, which is not good to do. Alright, I'm all suited up and looking sexy. Let's get in there and see if we can get this accomplished. Oh. Oh boy. Let's see if I can just turn this light on. Hit the button on the other side, and it's magnetic, and BINGO. Tight. fails. Oh, never fails. Oh. Oh. Alright, let's see. Alright, I think I got enough line. Move this drain hose out on the other side. Okay. Now, let's see what I'm doing here. What size of those? No, figures. It's not 9/16. Oh, is it? Oh, here it is, 9/16. All right. I can't see clearly now. The hydraulic line's in the way. Oh, come on. Alright, that broke loose. So this is the transmission muscle line. I'm trying to, you know, that came out easy. Let me get the cap and the plug ready. See if I can do this without dumping. See how good I am one-handed here. All right, that, my friend, was easy peasy. I wonder if the question is if I can pull that cap out and replace that O-ring while it's on the machine instead of replacing the whole assembly without disassembling the whole thing. I don't know if I have a 1 3/8 that's gonna work. Yeah, I just better take it off and replace the whole thing and get it over with. Alright, so that was 9/16 for that, and now I need. Alright. That wasn't that bad. I didn't drop that much. Didn't drop that much. Let's put the cap on. I missed the pan. What the hell? Cross thread. I don't want to cross thread that. That would be extreme nightmare. Alright, let me wipe that down. Cleanliness is godliness. So I think I'm gonna try to see if I can take that out, pull the poppet out, pull the little piston that's in there out, and replace the O-ring, even though I don't have a flat O-ring, with a regular O-ring, and see if I can solve my problem without taking it out. Yeah. I don't know. Well, I got just 3 lines left to take off, right? Maybe I should just go change the whole thing and get it over with instead of messing around. But that would be, if I can get that off. I had a hard time in the shop getting that off. It was a 1 3/8, and I didn't bring a 1 3/8 with me. I'd have to use my Ford wrench. But I'm going to give it a shot and see if I can change that O-ring and then put it back in and fire it up and see if it stops the leak. Alright. Yeah, that ain't going to come off. Oh. Alright, back to changing the whole block. Alright, next one. Okay, as forces of nature would have it, I ran out of GoPro batteries. I did remove the accumulator valve block. It was uneventful. The problem arose when I tried to remove one of the unions to replace the O-rings and transfer them to the other block that I had rebuilt. Couldn't get it out. For the life of me, I couldn't get it out. It was so stuck in there that I had to bring it to my buddy's place, put it in a vise, use a 1-inch square drive socket with a breaker bar and a cheater bar on top of that to get it to break loose. Once we got it loose, the rest of the job went smoothly. So instead of just transferring everything over to the other block that I had, I just rebuilt the block that I took out, and I'll put it in the next episode. Hey, thanks for tagging along, and please don't forget to subscribe. It goes a long way to help.